I have a question for black people in Germany. Do you want us to get married to these white girls? I mean, no offense, white girls, but I gotta ask. I have been greeted or smiled at by more white girls than black girls.
I'm glad you're watching, amazing viewer. I appreciate your love and support for my content. Before we dive into today's video, I would want to mention that this time we have gone to Europe, and this is Germany to be specific. And there's something trending on TikTok about black women who are finding it hard to interact with their fellow black women in Germany. So what kind of jobs do they do? Are they stressed? What is happening? And not just to men. They don't smile at anybody. So if you've been in Germany for a longer time, you find it, I don't know, a safe place for you and you don't want to interact with others. Is that the case? But no. There is also racism in Germany, though it has been said that the system in Germany is not racist. But what kind of job do they do, and what do they go to do there? Because I've realized that most specifically, people who come from Africa, mostly, they go to look for jobs.
But I gotta ask, I have been greeted or smiled at by more white girls than black girls. I think that in its own sends a clear message, doesn't it? So the white girls don't want us, I think. And the black girls kind of sort of also don't want us. Do we just leave them?
Only men who are raising this complaint, but also there are women who are black and who have just migrated into Germany, and they would want to see black women who have been there for long, like helping them navigate through the system and know how things go there. But you'll realize that most of the time when Africans meet in a foreign land, they forget about their countries, they forget about everything about them, their political affiliation, tribes, and all those things, and they embrace each other in love, and they show each other the way and everything. But what is happening with black people, black women living in Germany? What's the problem? What's the issue? Are you guys stressed? Are you guys working in a system that is corrupted? I would say, well, what's going on, and why only you women, but men are fine? And they want you, like you've heard from that guy, we want you guys around, but you keep on pushing us. And not just men, women. Why is this? Unity is something that's African. Being an Africa is being united. So why are you doing this to your fellows?
One thing I notice here in Germany, referring to black African women, we don't greet each other on the street. It seems like when another black woman sees another black woman, she's looking at her as a danger, or I don't know. Most of the time, it's our brothers. When they see you, they say, hello sis, hello sis. But we women, sometimes I belong also to this woman who doesn't say hello. But the only reason is because when I see a black sister coming opposite to me, and I'm ready to tell her hello, but when I see the way, she just start looking at another side, throw her face to another side, like she's not seeing nobody coming direct in front of her. So it tells me this one doesn't want to be bothered. So me too, I just continue my way. I don't say hello. So
if you're in Germany or in Europe, please tell me if this have happened to you. It's bad. So today I went to the mall with my husband, and if you have seen, there are these African ladies who clean the toilets. I went in, I had left my handbag with my husband outside to do my business at ease. So when I went in, I said hello. She didn't respond, so I thought she didn't hear me. When I came out, I said, okay, should I say hello? Well, before I even went out, she was shouting, excuse me, madam, you don't see me here? You shameless woman. You small African ladies, you're such. You don't tip me €1. You don't even give me anything. Hey, look at you. You go and dirtify the toilets and you don't tip me. What do you think I'm doing here? Let me tell you. Everybody stood up. The white people there, they were staring at me and they were like, okay, what did she do now? I was like, excuse me, do I know you? And she was like, yes, you don't tip me. You don't tip me. She was like forcing me to tip her. She was like, I said, do I know you? Let me tell you, my husband had to come. It was chaotic. Have that happened to you? It was more than this.
This translates into jealousy. You'll also remember that there's also racism in Germany. And why? Why aren't you embracing each other in love and just cohabit and just cooperate, guys? Cooperate. And yeah, let's hear some stories of racism in Germany as well. And I don't know why these ladies aren't really cooperating. I don't know why. I don't know why. We need to find out. If you are in Germany, if you have a friend in Germany, or if you just leave your thoughts, guys. I want to hear from you. Why? Why is this happening in Germany? Why are not people cooperating? And they come from the same place. They have the same skin. They're facing the same challenges. Or could it be that some tend to be living better than the others, and others feel like they're not helping them out? Or what do you think? That's what I'm kind of thinking right now.
I'm an American that lives in Europe, Germany specifically, and I got attacked by a woman in Mannheim. So if you live in Mannheim, I need you to find this woman. I was sitting down getting my Arabic food because I love to go to Mannheim to get my Arabic food. Yalla habibi. And literally this old lady sees me and she's walking by and she sees me and she does this. And I'm like, okay, getting lit on a Sunday, Jesus watching. And then she comes back to the restaurant that she's not at. She's just walking by and she throws a water bottle open at me. She was like, Guten Tag, Scheiße. I am disgusted. She's lucky that I am composed. I am not the old me, but I'm coming to Mannheim and I'm going to find that woman and I'm going to show her what a real...
I don't think I agree with this comment. What I would say is individual Germans can be racist, for sure, like any other country in the world. However, institutionally, the German structures and systems are not racist, and we found that processing my African wife's visa and residence permits to live in Germany quite straightforward and quite affordable, which is in complete contrast to countries like the United States, United Kingdom, where it is made incredibly difficult for people of colour coming from other countries to get such permits. So fair play to Germany on this one, I would say.
Growing up as the only black kid in a small German town, there was one game in particular that I fucking hated. I hated it and I dreaded it, and it's a game that is usually played in elementary school and kindergarten. The game is called Wer hat Angst vom schwarzen Mann? Or to translate it into English, Who's Scared of the Black Man? It's very important to know that there is no racial connotation whatsoever, but that's something I didn't know, that's something the kids back then didn't know, and that's something that didn't even matter because I was the only black kid most of them even knew. And this game was called Who's Scared of the Black Man? Like, what else do I need to tell you?
So there has been a rise in anti-black racism within the EU, and the EU agency that commissioned this survey was shocked that there was no improvement. The EU average for the percentage of black people that experience discrimination is 45%. However, if we break it down within the last 12 months by country, 67% of black people in Austria have experienced racism/discrimination, 65% in Germany, 57% in Finland, 47% in Denmark, and then on the low side you have 21% in Sweden, 19% in Poland, 17% in Portugal. Now I know the simple answer would just be white people in Europe need to just stop being racist, but we as black people need to have a conversation that I don't think we are ready to have. We as black people need to stop moving to countries where we are not wanted. We are moving to countries that are detrimental to our mental health and overall well-being. That is why when I went to go study abroad, I made it specifically clear that I was either going to study abroad in Africa or I wasn't going to study abroad at all. And I narrowed it down to either South Africa or Botswana, and I ended up choosing South Africa. I'm not going to a country where I'm not wanted. This is why when I see black people going to countries like Italy, France, Spain, and the UK, I'm genuinely floored. If you are moving to Portugal and you have to learn Portuguese, why not just move to Angola or Mozambique? If you're a black person and you're going to France and you got to learn how to speak French, why not move to Guinea, Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, Benin, Togo? We have got to accept the reality that the only safe place for black people is in Africa or in the Caribbean. We have got to accept the reality that we are going to have to make a better life in Africa and in the Caribbean. Then I have some people who say, well, we're going back to Europe to take back our wealth. You can't take back wealth from a position of weakness and desperation. You have to take wealth back from a position of power. Black people will only go so far as Africa and the Caribbean go. If Africa and the Caribbean are weak, economically dependent, fractured, and poor, we are not going to get the respect we deserve in the international community. Power only respects power. Real recognizes real. Black people will be taken for real when Africa and the Caribbean are taken for real. And no, you ain't liberating Africa outside of Africa.
That was it for today. I want to hear from you. And my opinion, I wish that Black people would be more united, because in a racist country, it's not easy for those who are foreigners. So guys, hold hands, be united, and also let's hope that someday this racism will end in this European country, which is Germany. Leave your thoughts kindly. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Also, you can check out my other videos. You can even check the ones that I've linked in the comment section that is a bit related to this. Thank you so much for being there. I appreciate your love and support.